Alrighty. Bent rod. New rod. No, new rod. Old rod. Pistons off. Rings off. So, here's one with the rings on. And getting the rings off is not anything difficult. See? See how simple that was? Snag your finger on the end and roll it off. Keep them separate, they're different. This is the top. And you notice that one was there. This one is clear over here. That's the orientation of the rings. Now, what I do on these is kind of like that, but we break the ring. It's not hard to do. Take that chunk of ring and you just dig along. You will clear out the groove of anything left behind. It's just that simple. Now, would note, this is the top ring. Now, ring. I guess they're about the same thickness, but they are definitely different rings. So we will throw it on the floor. Fortunately, the top one don't break quite as easy. All right. Top ring's tougher than the second. Okay. It doesn't want to break. That's okay. We can still do what we did the first time. You can do it that way. You can do it this way. Doesn't really matter so long as you can get it down into that ring groove. And just pull it around. Make sure you're all the way to the bottom. I've pulled up some goobly gunk there. Since these rings are basically the same width, it's just what they're made of is different. And they're more tough. And that's just all there is to it. I mean, you just want to clear it out. Get all the junk out of it. And then get yourself some brake clean. Yeah, I can see there's still a little bit of, I can't believe I just set that down. There it is. If you look down the groove, you can see where there's still a little bit of dirt and stuff left. Just want to clean that out. So nothing's holding your rings out of place. You can also use a very small brush, toothbrush or something like that if you want, or places like Harbor Freight got little kits of brushes so you can get down into these a little bit better. And it's now ready to have rings put on. Right after you check the ring gap in the cylinders. So, you crack open your rings. You'll notice that they're all marked. I think you can read that. It says 1, top groove, 2, second groove, and then this is the oil rings. They go down the bottom. Now what we got to do is we're going to start with the top, and going to check ring gap. That's where these come in. This is 2 different kinds of feeler gauges. This is a go, no go. You can tell by the part here, and it gives you the difference in it, 25 to 27. This is 27, that's 25. And so on and so forth. Whereas this one is strictly just one size. $13,000, $15,000, $18,000, $17,000. Yeah. So you have a range at which to set these by. Put it in the piston, and then we will align it using this piston, and then we will measure the gap in the rings. So let's move over. The top ring is supposed to be 9 to 16 thousandths. Put it in sideways, kind of up towards the top. You take your piston, you find a common place on both sides, and you slide it in so that way it's flush. Now these are supposed to be 9 to 16. So yeah, you can't see. A hair over what I'd like to be. And there's 16 to 18. But I'm not going to complain about it. That was the first one. You do the second one the same way. And they have specs for the oil rings too. So next we're going to start dropping in the pistons and hooking up the connecting rods. I don't know that I'm going to video that, and if I do, it'll be in fast motion. I camshaft is in. I think you can see it down in there. And like I say, the ring's got a little more gap than what I'd like than spec. But for an engine with 300,000 miles without a bore, I'm okay. It's going to run fine for another 300,000. So that's as far as I'm going to take this. I'll put in the sorry about all the noise there. The balance shaft next. I'm getting a little bit of surface rust on things, as you can see down in there, and that's because come over here and look at that. Relative humidity. I think we have hit the top of the gauge. I'm bumping things with a tripod. We're over 90%. I'm going to say 95% humidity, relative humidity in the garage. Trying to keep things from rusting is not an easy thing to do without spraying everything down with oil. So, this is where I'm going to end this one. Oh, I guess I can go one more step. Loading the rings. Alright, take your expansion ring and you put it in there. And you take your first oil ring and you make sure you got everything separated in a different place. So this I'm going to put right on this side here. This ring I'm going to put on the bottom. Come on, don't mess with me. And we just roll it around. Till you get to the other side. And you take your second ring, and we're going to start it clear over here. On the top. And roll it around. And voila, you have your O-rings in. Now, this is second groove. Okay, get it from over here. Now, everybody's different, and you can do these two different ways. You can roll them on, which a lot of places will say don't do that. But I've seen a lot of guys in machine shops doing exactly that. That one I rolled on. And this one, there doesn't appear to be a top or bottom to these. I'm not going to roll this one on. I'm going to use a pair of ring pliers. That didn't quite go as planned, but it got real close. As you can see, things don't always go exactly the way you want. Most people would not show you that. And then you set your ring grooves up to be in different places. Everybody's a little bit different. Book will tell you one thing. Machine shops will tell you another. I put them about here and here. That's about 45 degrees. Just a guesstimate. Then you oil them. And this is rod number 6. And it'll go in over there. Nope, it'll go in over here. It will go in somewhere. See, forward is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6, so it's going to go in there. I should have known by the bearing. So, from this point, I'm going to load all these up. Put the rings on all the pistons. Check the clearance on everything. And then put it back together. New bearings and plastic gauge, everything. Which I already showed you plastic gauge in the crank. It's the same thing with the rods. No real difference in it. It's just what the tolerance is. And we're going to call this good. So, like, share, subscribe, or that's subscribe, share over there somewhere. Tell a friend, don't. Whatever makes you happy. Be kind to one another. Treat people like you want to be treated. And let's make the world a better place. Thanks for watching. Visit my Facebook page. It's listed down there. Down there. In the descriptions and all that stuff. Y'all take care. Bye.